Welcome to my channel, guys. There is this big question that every forex trader is afraid of asking, and I want to ask that question today on this YouTube channel. Today is 15th of March 2026. Mr. Jeffrey Benson, I'm asking you this question, okay? Where is Shamz and Samuel Tochi? Let me ask the question again in case you did not hear me very well. Mr. Jeffrey Benson, where is Shamz and Samuel Tochi? We really need an answer from this, and I have a lot to say about this also, but that will be when I come back from this short break. So don't go anywhere. When we come back from this short break, Jeffrey Benson must tell us where Samuel Tochi and Shamz went to. Don't go anywhere. All right, a quick one before we continue with that video. If you have not started using Assex Broker, don't worry, I will guide you through on how to get started. All you need to do is use the link which is in my description box, create an account. Is as simple as that. Then you verify. The verification process is also simple. You need just an ID card or driver's license, any of the legal ID documents, then you are verified. The next thing is just to create a live account, copy your login and the Meta5 password, then you are already there. Why we trade with Assex Market is because they have tight spread, they don't manipulate the charts, they have very fast withdrawal. So join the queue and celebrate. All right, welcome back to the channel, guys. First of all, some persons watching this video may not know who Samuel Tochi or Shamz is. In fact, I'm forgetting a very big thing. I greet you, mentor. Touch that guy there. The other senior man, that mentor that is looking at me since I started this video. The other guy, yeah. I greet you. I greet you, mentor. I greet you. So, respect to Jeffrey Benson because he's a very strong man who has created a lot of impact in this forex industry. So, we need to also acknowledge that. Jeff is a hardworking young man, someone who wants to impact in lives of many, a forex trader, a Nigerian, and right now a public figure. He's also influential. In fact, Jeff has everything right now. In fact, he even has the vibe of a celebrity. So, Jeffrey Benson, I greet you. Now, those who don't know who Shamz and Samuel Tochi is, these two guys were Jeffrey Benson's boy. That's years back, let's say 2 years ago. They worked very closely with Jeffrey Benson. Very, very closely, because those who were active then, we testified that they were not just working, but even they impacted in Fire Pips industry. They impacted positively. So that's why we're asking their whereabouts, because their disappearance was sudden. Yes, that's the fact. You know, what I say on this channel is just an unfiltered truth. The way I see it, you know, if you think I'm saying the wrong thing, you have the comment section to say yours. But I'm just saying it the way I think it is. To me, their disappearance was sudden and not really discussed appropriately, because while they were there, we were all seeing the growth, and all of a sudden we saw a sharp ending, a sharp cut. No speech from Jeffrey Benson, no speech or anything coming from the other party, that is Samuel Tochi and Shamz. All right. Now, Jeffrey Benson, why we're asking you this question is there could be disputes. Of course, nobody is perfect. We can have problems with our fellow human being. If somebody is doing something wrong to you, you have the right to end the relationship with that person. You can't continue keeping such person, right? Now, that is on dispute terms, on the dispute grounds. Now, secondly, it could be because of hatred. Hatred may be coming from Jeffrey Benson, or hatred may be coming from these two guys I just called right now. Anything is possible, and that is why we ask questions. When you are having so many controversies or so many questions coming to your mind about a particular incident or a particular topic, that's why you come up to ask questions. Okay, so it could be hatred. Maybe Shamz and Tochi started hating Jeffrey Benson, or Jeff started hating on these two guys for whatever reason best known to them. This is another possibility. And then the third possibility is jealousy. Jealousy. You know, when you are big or when you are rich, your subordinates can get jealous. You know, that's a possibility too. Jeff is a human being and he's not above mistake. Okay, so someone might be like, oh, this my boss is making too much money, and he gets jealous. Or maybe Shams maybe like, why is he the only one shining? I want to shine, and then develop jealousy, and of course, it's also a possibility. Or the other way around, it might be Jeffrey Benson getting jealous about these two guys. I am just saying things that could be possible. And what prompted this question while we are asking, where is Samuel Tochukwu and Shams? All right. Could it be jealousy? Is it that Jeffrey Benson, you are jealous of these two guys? Of course, I don't even see why you have to be jealous, because you are financially richer, you are more stable, more known, more pronounced. You have all it. In fact, you are the one helping the lives of this guy. So I don't think jealousy could be the reason, but that's why we're asking you to actually say something about these two guys. Now, why I want you to say something about these two guys is because of their positive contribution, which I must acknowledge. Okay, let me start with Shams. Shams speaks Hausa language. You remember, for those who were following this trend, while he was with Jeffrey Benson, Jeff used him for adverts. Yes, he used him for adverts to communicate to the Northerners. By so doing, he spread his tentacles. He spread his, maybe selling his courses. Spread his. I don't know what I'm saying. He transacted with the Northerners in one way or the other. Because of what? Because he had Shams as of that moment. I remember a video. If I see the video, I will just play it alongside with this video, where Jeffrey Benson made profit. He was just walking around the office. He said, "I'm in profit of $10,000. I can't remember the figure exactly, but he was saying I was in profit of this amount." He showed one staff, he showed the other staff, and then he ended up showing Shams, and it was like, "Shams, tell your people in your language to come and learn and how to get this done." You understand? And then Shams started speaking Hausa, and that was, of course, obviously a promotional setup. That's how I saw it, as a promotional deal. And there's nothing wrong to promote your business or promote a course or promote anything. I'm not against your promotional strategy, but I'm saying in essence that Shams was perfectly used for that promotional basis. Like he played a role in promoting Fire Pips. He played a significant role in promoting Fire Pips. Nobody's saying that he's the foundation of Fire Pips or whatever, but at least he has a role there. So let it not be like you have used and dumped. You know what I mean by use and dump is when you are using this particular substance or item, and then when you see that it has no value again, then you now dump it. So I don't want you to believe that it's that kind of scenario where you have used Sham, and then Shams to certain level has no use again. You say, "Oh yeah, Zoom J." I mean, what they speak it in Hausa. So I begin to go, since you have no other impact. I can't see any other thing you can do for us here in Fire Pips. But I'm not saying that is the actual reason, and that is why it's a question: where is Shams and where is Samuel Tochi? Now, let's talk about Samuel Tochi's impact. Samuel Tochi, as of that time, because I watched these guys closely, I was active as of that time, watching what's going on. So Samuel Tochukwu has a great impact too, because during their live streams, for those who can remember, during their live stream, Samuel was always recommended to come and present. In fact, it happened such that even while Jeff was on the chart, analyzing the forex chart, telling people to buy GBP USD, trying to say why he's seen a buy on GBP USD. As of that time, Jeff was just GBP USD trader only. Not now that he trades everything: GBP USD, SAUSD, gold, palm kernel, and jewelry. As of that time, he trades only GBP USD, but now he trades anything that comes his way, he will just trade it. So this chart, as of that time, Jeff will be analyzing GBP USD and giving strategies or telling why he's on buy or why he's on sell. You will notice that people will be showing less concern, kind of. Some people, anyway, not all viewers. Some people were like, on the comment section, they'll be like, Samuel Tochi should just come and analyze. Pressing, when is Samuel Tochi coming? Instead of focusing on what mentor is, agree to mentor. Touch that. Agree to. So instead of focusing on what mentor is actually showing them on the chart, they were busy saying, where is Samuel Tochi to come and present his own? Samuel Tochi should come. At least allow Jeffery Benson to finish his own technical analysis before you say Samuel Tochi. Now, what am I saying in essence? People recommending Samuel Tochi shows an impact. The young man has had contributed, has a value in fire pips as of that time. People were following the stream because they wanted to see that young man, Samuel Tochi. And then it's just an obvious fact that, yeah, he has contributed positively towards the growth of fire pips. And one other young man who has also contributed towards the fire pips industry is Bebeto Williams. But thank God, the Bebeto is still with the company, Fire Pips. I think he's a personal assistant to Jeffrey Benson. And I want him to stay more and they build good relationship, because relationship matters. Even after you have ended with somebody, it's good you have this kind of connection at the end of the day. So, finally, I greet you, mentor. Jeffrey Benson, my mentor. Please, where is Samuel and Shamz? Okay? Where are they? And actually, I want you guys to continue, because I don't see why you are not linking up with them any longer. I don't see why we don't see you on pictures or videos of these guys any longer. The disconnection is just like a cut completely, because tell me, now that you are even more like a celebrity, you are like whiskey right now. Literally, I don't even think you have time to analyze that, because you are now, you show you are more like a superstar. You now live the standard of whiskey. So I expect you to take pictures, go along with Samuel Tochi, see with Shamz. You know, those that were there in the beginning time should be seen also in the pictures. Not in the case where, yes, you're no longer valuable to me, or you go and sit down, which I don't even want to believe that is the case. So it will please me, Jeffrey Benson, if you can just address this in any of your videos or in any place at all. If you like making that kind of comments, just a little comment paragraph, we'll answer it. We'll answer this question decently. Be like, I'm cool with Samuel Tochi, I'm cool with Shamz, you know, just make a kind of speech to address that. That will go a long way to see that industry is not about enmity or hatred. It's not about being brutal like the lions. You know, when he's hungry, he must look for blood, and if he doesn't see blood, nothing for you. So let love lead, let peace lead, and that's what I stand for. So if you're not using Assex Market Broker, I don't even. How do I let you know that you need to start using Assex Market Broker? Please use Assex Market Broker. Please tell your people to use Assex Market Broker. You watching me now, use Assex Market Broker and have a good trading experience, so that you stop complaining of what broker did to you or the other. You're actually the one doing yourself. I'll see you guys next time. Bye for now.